First two breaks are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and get that randomized. Very good. Wicked Clowns, thank you for that sub. I appreciate you. And Criminal, thank you for the sub before I was live. All right. First two are lined up and good to go. Break three's got some spots taken. That's the next break we need filled. Other than that, we're going to start this week off with some heat. Number 4, Wicked. Let's go. Cheers and good luck, everybody. Number 5, that snack. Okay. Professor's Research. Patrick, you were the first hit of this evening. Let's go. My lights on. Yes. Been slacking a bit? Eh. Well, my luck has been already impeccable today. I had to make a group in WoW to like reserve this item that's like best for everybody. Took 30 minutes to form the group. And it's only a chance that the boss is in the dungeon, so you have to fish for it. First try, got it. It was worth all the time and effort. So, if that's the type of luck I'm dealing with, I'm scared to open these packs almost. Like, it's so good, Tetsnick, I'm probably never going to replace it, to be honest. Which is ridiculous. What did I tell you, dude? At the beginning of this stream. What did I tell you? Nate, that is maybe the third one I've pulled. Let's go. Why is it still giving us notifications from Friday's breaks? Chance it. Also a gorgeous card. Well, Nate, you got in, and you were rewarded. Congrats on the Alt Green Ninja. Might be the third one I've ever pulled. Al, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. The God Pack energy is in the air, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very dangerous time for me to be opening packs. Butterfree. Dangerous in a good way, though. And Twilight Masquerade's been in every break for like since it came out, so it's not easy to pull. Get a little Alt T-Tar from Battle Styles as well. Why not? Let's think, what do you got? I got your Butterfree already. You got Fire, Water, and Dark. You got a nice... It's what happens when you get multiple spots. You get a nice spread on the types. Not to say that you can't do well with one spot, but give me some ammo to work with, you know? You get more opportunity. It's been a while since I bought into a break, so you're hoping your luck reset. What if your luck was good, though? You don't want to reset good luck. It wasn't before? Okay. It'll be good this time, though. Bro, all I got to say is it started this morning. I'm on a heater. Everyone should take advantage of it. I wasn't lying. God Pack potential is through the roof right now. And that card doesn't happen. That's the third one I've pulled. I've opened tens of thousands of Twilight Masquerade packs. This is just the first break, too. We're warming up. It's a brisk lap around the track. Hey, Tetsnick, there you go. Those who sleep miss out, it's true. Early bird gets the worm, dude. But Beach, second mouse gets the cheese. No. Early bird gets the worm, dude. I'm just going to continue to pull filth for everybody. What's up, Miller? Hold on one second. You had to spell out why the second mouse gets the cheese. Miller, I think you got to be subbed to change the background. Not my doing, but apologies. Oh, you're good. It's there to change the background. That's why I did it. So you had to spell out to someone why the second mouse gets the cheese? To this day, I still remember when I had to explain to someone why them having one spot is inconsequential to who has the other 9. They're like, well, this person's got the 9 other spots. It's not fair for me. And I was like, if it was 9 other people and not just one person, you still only have one spot. And they were like, wait, what? I felt bad, like, for that person. The Salamans. Alright, just one and done God pack right here. Please. Trainer. Dragapult. Patrick. Nice little Pokeball Hoo-Hoo. Fan Rotom. Also colorless. Colorless just scooping all the Pokeballs. Pokeball for Steel. Not horrible. Pretty insane first break. Already. Alright, second one is good to go. Let's go over these hits and line it up. Keep this heat going. It's a lot of hits. Healthy first break. I don't even know if Nate is here, but I'm sure he's going to be happy when he sees that. The Zard was from Obsidian, correct? It's a nice one. Perfect. All right. I don't think I've caught a single event Pokemon yet. Ultra Ball. That's my favorite Pokeball too. All right. Number 2. Good luck, everybody. Gotta stay hydrated, dude. It was really nice today, but I don't trust the nice weather right now because I feel like we're always about to have snow. Water right off the bat. And I got a stone. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Wazak, boy. Not much, dude. How you doing? Steel right off the top, Maggie. 2 hits. I had a hard time reading it too, so I was there with you. We experienced it together. That's what's important. That's the experiences. And nothing, dude. Heat in the first break, and we're about to get heat again. Starting off this week correctly. Grass. Oh yeah? It's a good time. I do it for a living, so as a person who's opened, probably, like, I gotta update that number, but we're getting probably, since 2019, getting pretty close to 1 million packs. I could say that it's pretty good. It's fun. As a person who's just gotten into opening packs, it's not the greatest time because it's probably hard to find stuff at stores, and I get that, but I'm here for those who can't. What'd you buy? What'd you get? What's up, Only Night? And obviously, too, Eon, it's a good place to ask questions. I am perfectly all right with discussing it because this is what I do. All Scarlet and Violet, that's it. A couple tins from GameStop with Sword and Shield. Astral Radiance is pretty sick. Silver Tempest is also pretty sick. You could tell they're just pulling out the reserve inventory. Yeah, tins, unless they're holiday, I don't know. I've not. There's a reason why I use booster boxes for brakes. It's because they yield way better results. But it can be pretty tough to find booster boxes these days if you are, just an individual. Never seen a booster box. Fair enough. But I'm not the one taking them off the shelves, so I can tell you that. That's not the way the business works. I'm not a person who's stealing it from everyone else who could buy it at the store. There's just not a whole lot in circulation right now because last year Pokemon's performance was pretty subpar. This year everyone came back and they're like, oh, there's no packs. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you take a year off. Their manufacturing level is reflected on last year. Do you know how this works? This is not, I'm not pressuring you to buy in, but like it is an option if you do want to, get some more heat. Dude, I knew today was going to be special. So, you can go to the store, obviously, and buy packs, right? That's one way of acquiring cards. Another way is breaks. So you buy in, one spot gets you one random type. Let's say you get fire as your type. Every fire card that comes out of the packs is yours. It's a more cost-effective way. You get more if you're going to buy a spot no break versus buying the equivalent amount of packs from a store. I didn't want to get into that because he just is getting into it and I don't want to confuse him. Any card that's not hollow gets evenly split between everybody. Any card that is hollow, including reverse hollow, goes to the type. So Steel's getting that one. Also, who got the T-Tar? Nate got an alt T-Tar and an alt Green Ninja in the same night. Buy into a beak here. Yep. For me, I'm a collector at heart. My collection is excessive. Value is secondary to me, but that T-Tar is definitely very difficult to pull, and it has some value. I don't know exact value, because if I'm not buying or selling a specific card at the moment, those prices fluctuate by the minute. So any info that I look at is a waste of time, to be honest. Breaks sold out? All right, hold up. Well, people are seeing what I'm pulling tonight, and they're like, "Oh, I better ride this wave." Steel. Hey, thank you for that sub, dude. Appreciate you. Adding another break to the website. All right, another best card I've pulled isn't worth a ton. So here's the thing, Eon. A card might be worth something now. Packs are in very short supply across the board. There's not more coming. It's just the hand we're all dealt right now. We know what happens to cards over time. Depending, obviously there's different variables for what the card is and all that other stuff. But we know what happens over time. Yeah, it's one of the Charizard full arts, I think, right? Over time, that's a good card to keep. It's underappreciated now. That'll change. The meta that I really find annoying. I've been doing this for it's going to be 8 years. Pretty soon, 8 years. The meta is to hate on cards so people could buy the cards for the cheapest amount. And then when all those people are done buying, that's when the values go up because people realize, oh, this is actually a good card. If you make money secondary in your head, you'll enjoy it a lot more. It's good to be aware of it, but it shouldn't be your motivating factor. I do it primarily because I'm a collector and this is my childhood. You're going to get cards that are more valuable. You're going to, it's good to be aware of it. Let's go. Is this the Charizard you were talking about? This is a card. Now it might be less value. Over time, it's a Charizard. And people are underestimating how many there actually are. Oh, the gold one? Yeah. Look at every Charizard that's out there throughout the years. And I can promise you that over time, that graph is upward, much like everything else is. I know there's like plenty of, content creators out there that have the dollar signs on the thing and the values. By the time they upload that video, it's inaccurate, whatever value they post, which I find it to be a waste of time. It's like reading the newspaper for your info. Did you see what you got in the first break? Ooh, the Bulba. Frankie. You missed the first one? You might want to go back and look at it. And that's what it's about, Eon Zen. The whole reason, like, why I wanted to do this for a living is because when I was a kid, every once in a while, I could buy one pack from the store if I went with my mom. And it takes me back. That's why I love it. It's a beautiful thing. And it's good that you and your, significant other are enjoying it because, like, it is a beautiful thing. I do love it. People ask if like I'm numb to it because I've opened so many. I can go on autopilot sometimes, but I still enjoy it. Correct. People get too caught up in the values of the cards. And I think that just... I mean, it's whatever. If you make that secondary, it's so much more enjoyable. It's about just getting something, you know? Rabambi. I have to add that to the Zard counter. I forgot to do that. Let me make sure. No, not mint 10. You don't pick. It's randomly assigned. The list of names gets randomized, and the list of types gets randomized. You get every single card of your type from reverse holo to the highest rarity. If there's any holo on the card at all, it goes to your type. Not a Gem Mint 10. I have a PSA 5 though. First edition. Base set, I think I have a higher grade. I'd have to look. But first edition, PSA 5. There you go, yeah. If that's easier to read than hearing me say it. So this is a trainer Pokeball reverse rarity. That's going to go to the trainer spot, which is neat. And I have, in these breaks specifically, I have 8 different sets. So like the possibilities are endless. I don't even know how much $32 would in packs. What does that even get you these days? Like 4 packs? 5? Very nice Pokeball for Colos. My boy Bob. Normal type. Not a dumb question. I felt the exact same way and I still don't like the name for it. So that Eevee, that like star symbol. Ooh, that's a Master Ball. Or no, it's not. It's a Pokeball. But it was in the Master Ball spot, which is weird. So this symbol right here, normal type, is colorless. I think it should be called normal too, but the good old TCG players just come up with really smart names for stuff. Colorless implies lacking color when white is refracted through a prism. It's all the colors, but yeah, here we are. And it sounds stupid. I agree with you. Not a dumb question at all. That's what I'm saying. I'm with you on it, dude. That T-Tar is very nice. We're on a heater tonight, dude. All right, number 3 coming up, which I have to update the list and randomize. And you can buy as many spots as you want in a break. You can buy all the spots. I don't care. Multiple spots get you multiple types. Probably. Have I really pulled you 3? That's kind of nutty. Sorry, guys, just updating the lists. Normally this would be done in the background, but I'm flying solo. All right, good to randomize. So this is how your type gets determined. Randomize the names, randomize the types. Boom. And that's what determines what spot you are. You got two around release of that set and then one randomly a year or 2 ago. It was in the mystery bundles. Not an easy card to pull either. But yeah, Eon, if you have any questions, like about collecting or anything, like I enjoy talking about it, so feel free to ask. Okay. Oh yeah, dude, don't feel bad. I wasn't trying to push you to buy in. That's definitely not what I'm about. If you want to, I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm talking more just if you got any questions in general. Need another water. And then I'm live on here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on the gaming channel Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. I grew up drinking it, dude. Sicilian on both sides of the family. Yeah, we covered the taco versus burrito thing. It's not even taco or versus, it's the same thing. My argument was fundamentally a taco and a burrito are the same thing. Fundamentally speaking. We argued about this for about like 3 hours. That's true. But it's one fold away from being one or the other. It's the longest outro for a song I think I've ever heard in my life. It was like a big fake debate that I just had. But I do feel that way. Speaking of Pellegrino, I gotta do a Costco run. It's nice when they have it on sale at Costco. Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a necessity for me. It's just something you have to have in the house. I like it. Costco did this thing though. They have like their own Kirkland brand, and they like put it in front of the Pellegrino to try to hide it. And I was like, you can't force me to buy this. I don't want it. I got to do a Costco run tomorrow. Any hollow whatsoever, if there's any hollow on the card, it goes to the type. So reverse hollows, those ace spec trainers. There's a bunch of different rarities that will have like a reverse hollow rarity on the card. Ooh, that's a gold trainer. No. These get top loaded right away. All the hollows get sleeved off camera because that would add like 15 minutes to a break. Sparkling water a tier above Dasani. It's not for everybody. And not every brand is equal on sparkling water. People are like, Beej, what about Perrier? Perrier, like, it's okay in a pinch, but, like, I prefer the Pellegrino. Honestly, when Liquid Death came out, I was like, this is literally just canned water. And then apparently the makers of it were talking about it on podcasts. They're like, yeah, dude, these idiots just pay so much for water. And I'm like, I'm not one of them. So I don't even think I've had it before. I'm going to be honest. Their sparkling, haven't tried it. Next time I see it, I'll give it a try. Damn, dude, I haven't heard this song in a while. It is overpriced. I mean, that's their gimmick. And I'm gonna have to agree with you. Dasani literally tastes like plastic. As far as like the worst water you can get, there's like pond water, and then Dasani is like right above it. You hate drinking out of plastic? I mean, it's probably not the best. These bottles are glass because they're bigger and they last longer for me. But I do have the plastic bottles too. I don't think that's a conspiracy theory at all, because there's got to be some degradation of the plastic that gets in the water. I mean, temperature aside, there's got to be some sort of like a little bit of erosion. I'm with you on that. It doesn't bother me as much, but I could definitely see that being a thought. I'm going to be honest though, I'm unable to like commit to like a container for water. Not like a Stanley, but like just one of those in general. I used to use them for like football and like other sports, but just every day filling up like a thermos or whatever. The hell do you call that? I can't think of the word today. You have a Mountain Dew gaming canteen? I mean, that's pretty sick. I'm going to be honest with you. That takes me back to like Modern Warfare. You're a 911 dispatcher? That's a job, dude. Haley's cousin is a 911 dispatcher. That's a no joke job. That's stressful. And I get why it's easier. It should be easier for me. I don't know. I get weirded out. You know what it was? When I went to Loyola for college, they had Camelbacks, like the bottles. I had one of those, but then like the mouthpiece got like really like bad and dirty, and it like grossed me out, and I haven't been able to use one ever since. That's probably why I stopped using them. Because I saw how dirty it got, and I was like, I don't even want to use this anymore. I threw it out. Because it had like one of those like plasticky sort of like mouth things where the straw was. That's funny that I didn't think about that until now. And now I understand why I don't. But B is just clean it. I get it, but like it's still like I don't know. It's not the same experience as food poisoning, but like seeing something that grosses you out, it definitely imprints in your brain. No, it's just me. I open all the packs. You've heard of things similar to this that have multiple people? Opening packs is too hard, you gotta have multiple people? Imagine that. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, it's just me. What really helps me, my first 14-hour stream, my thumb from opening packs for 14 hours split open and then healed, and I think I have permanent nerve damage. I can't feel anything. So like I could just keep opening. Just so they can stay live while the other is sleeping. Yeah, I don't go to the store and buy packs because I'm an actual business. Like, got the license, paid taxes. I'm actually committed to this. I'm not a fugazi business that goes to Target and flips everything. Don't pressure anybody. Criminal, for shame. Now you have to buy the spot as punishment. You just bought the okay. Well, there you go. No, in all seriousness, you buy in when you want to. If you never want to buy in, that's fine. It's okay. By the time he gets to checkout with one spot left, it would have already been too late. That is a very nice alt that I have not seen in a while. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. As long as there's, not a major holiday. I know it's Good Friday this Friday, but that it's not like, Easter. Whenever you want, Xeon, I'm here, dude. I've been live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for 8 years. A little bit of everything. We've been playing classic WoW Fresh, but Sea of Thieves, DayZ, Counter-Strike. Got off of Counter-Strike because it's literally full of aimware. I'm just sick and tired of that. But you can get gift cards for here on there. What games do you play, if any, Xeon? I've done playthroughs as well, like Pokemon and other games. Paper Mario, Super Mario Sunshine. You know, the classics. I love this full art. Alicia, very nice. League of Legends. League of Legends, dude, I played since season 2. And it's just toxic. It's what it is. I played back when they had a 3s map. We made it to like Diamond, I think. You played since then as well? Hearthstone, I played Battlegrounds. I hit Legend like 3 or 4 times in Standard, and then I just got sick of it. The 3s map was next level, dude. I loved it. Now I'll only log on to that game to play like Earth mode. TFT is fun. I think they balance stuff too much. TFT was fun when you could make like broken combos. I remember back when they had like the shadow items. The shadow items were like so much fun. But like since then, it's like it's so balanced that like it's not fun. You need broken stuff to happen. Pretty much. I played... What did I do good with recently? I went Anime Squad and Silas. Silas has technically infinitely scaling health. So I like to like do combos like that where it's like you give them good regen, maybe give them Archangel Staff. But again, it's just, it feels too balanced. When stuff is balanced, it's less fun. That Glaceon. The problem is, though, you can never hit those last numbers in the set because you need like 3 badges. It doesn't happen. I think the most I've gotten in a game is 2. They make it impossible to get it. It was different when they had sets where like they had like certain special units that counted for 2 for the trait. And by the time you get there with that insane luck, the game's over. You secured first and second, exactly. Hearthstone Battlegrounds is something. It's not auto chess, but it's kind of auto chess. That is like, I need a mobile game if I'm doing cardio at the gym. Otherwise, I get bored. Battlegrounds or TFT are the games. But Battlegrounds, like, broken stuff can happen, so it's more fun. But I'll still play TFT here and there. Like, the current set's meh. I miss the shadow items, if you remember playing during that era. That was like peak TFT. We'll keep it at 4 for tonight. I gotta make more. And maybe do a little switch up on the configuration. Didn't play much of that set. And then in WoW, classic anniversary servers, we're going for rank 14. So I don't know if you've ever done that before. It sucks. But at the end, you get the best gear in the game. If you need a game while doing cardio because you are bored, you're not working hard enough, we have our local like Instagram fitness influencer right here, Criminal. Do you post pictures of like a tiger with like inspirational quotes? Listen, dude. I'll do 12 miles, average around 5.5 minutes per mile. 5 miles per hour or whatever. I don't know if that's right. You gotta multiply up. 5-minute miles. I'd say that's pretty good pace. I'm getting to the point with dips too, where I'm eventually gonna have to like start like strapping weights, which feels amazing. Like unassisted, not the dips where you go behind your back. I'm talking about the ones where you're in the air. Yeah, but I'm doing a mile in 5 minutes. So that doesn't work out. So you're saying that's slower. I got you. Bike. Treadmill would be unbearable, dude. I hate the treadmill. It's just so boring. I'm on Night Slayer right now. That's what we're on. Are you Horde or Alliance? I unfortunately got baited into playing Alliance. Warrior was what I played in 2019 Classic, and I was main tank, and it was an amazing experience, but I'm not doing that again. There was nothing better to do during COVID lockdowns, so we just raided 3 days a week. Kyla's rating. I did one Molten Core and didn't get anything, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. I'll wait for when ZG comes out and then just run my own ZGs. You legit haven't created a WoW character before now? People expect you to tank. Warrior sucks leveling, but in the end game, it's unmatched for damage. You will do the most damage in the game to bosses. And tanking while leveling for Warrior is rough. Holding aggro on everything is like impossible. If you haven't done it before, it's good to experience that game in the form of classic, because that's the true test of making it to level 60. And let me tell you, Warrior is the worst thing to level to 60. Don't let anyone tell you different. It's the worst thing to level to 60. I did it. It sucks. I had to make a second character to bankroll my Warrior so that he could raid. I made a mage. This time I just went mage and I'm just PvPing. I was in a guild where like the world buffs were mandatory. We were going for parses. We're going for, like we were finishing like 3 raids in one night. It was a lot of fun. I never experienced 40 people showing up for the same raid every week for like a very long period of time. That's why this time around I was like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to show up once a week, twice a week. I already did it. I know what that's like. You got 2 characters, level 30, and lost interest. Your brother-in-law got you to try Classic when the Anniversary Realms came out. He has level 60 rogue, he raids and stuff. I mean, I would say try to stick it out to 60, but like if you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. It's a very grindy game. A lot of people will lose interest in that form of the game. See, I played a lot of Counter-Strike before switching off of it. And I had played Counter-Strike before, but like I re-got into it. You hit a certain rank, and then people just toggle on when they lose. And it happened like 3 straight games in a row, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I got like a $500 skin from like their battle pass. I sold that, bought a knife, rebought the knife that I used to have, and then got gloves. It's bad everywhere, dude. Companies are not doing anything about the cheaters and the aimware. I had to deal with cheaters on Sea of Thieves, dude. If we got cheaters on Sea of Thieves, what are we doing? People got no business cheating on that game. And I love that game. It makes me really sad because I truly loved that game. Dude, it's horrible. Not only aimware, they got like stuff that just teleports you. You can like flip someone's boat over. And I played Hourglass and got the Ghost Curse, which is like a percent of a percent, like 0.05% of the population has the skin because it's that hard to get. And then that mode is where the majority of the cheaters were. But now I've just seen it at open world. Oh, they're flying around and everything, dude. And I played enough of the game where you just spot a good player versus a cheater like immediately. It's so obvious. They don't even try to hide it. That gold fighting energy is very nice. There was one streamer that whatever server he was playing on, a dude was following him and just DDoSing the server, and the server would just go down. Dude couldn't even play the game. They're like, every game's anti-cheat is like a joke. They're making way too much money off of it. And once I encounter a cheater in a game, I kind of lose all motivation to even care. Because it's like, why am I going to commit time and my own, like, you know, energy to something that they're not even committed to? That's why I started playing WoW. League doesn't need cheaters to be toxic, though. It's toxic on its own. I've talked about this before, too, Ian. What's fundamentally wrong with League is your MMR gain or loss is tied to everybody else. If there was individual MMR based on your performance, I think everyone would play a lot better. That way, if you have a top laner that says GG FF15, he starts running touchdowns, but you did well in your lane, you lose less. My screen just turned off, and I don't know why, and it turned back on. I mean, Diamond's pretty good, dude. I hit Diamond in 3s, and then the game made me, like, angry regularly, so I just stopped playing it. I was like, I'm not going to care about this anymore. So you said you play Tarkov. I've played DayZ, which the gameplay is derivative, but consists of base building and stuff. The DayZ private servers that are probably run by like 3 dudes on a random Discord ban people that cheat more effectively than any of these big companies do. And that's pretty embarrassing. And what's up, Bowler? We played one wipe on like a pretty generous loot server. I had like we had the biggest 2-man base on the server, 100%. And they never raided us because I had all tier 3 walls. My only gripe with DayZ is they put all of the good loot at Northwest Airfield. They want everyone to walk there, and then it just really becomes hiking simulator. They need to spread the loot out. You should find the same tier loot at multiple military bases. That's my biggest gripe with every server that I've ever played on. I played vanilla, dude. We used to like dupe glitch with containers where we both log out at the same time if we found a gun. If we were 2 new spawns and there was somebody like up on the hospital or something, both of us would run up. I'd run up with a rock in my hand. The second dude just loots. The problem is, like, even on, like, the custom servers, they always put all the loot at Northwest. And it's like, there's a Northeast airfield. You could put loot there. Dude, I remember if you had an M4 in vanilla, you were a force to be reckoned with. We had like this one server we played on, and it was just one of like the official servers. Me and my buddies, we set up like an Excel sheet to like track our kills. We'd just be in Cherno. No swearing in this channel, but in the gaming channel you can swear. But I agree with you. M4, 15 bullets of the mag is dangerous. But a lot of these servers, M4 is like the base, like the bottom of the loot. And then like, there's always like one group that farms all of like the events, like the King of the Hills and stuff. And they have tier 6 gear. I think like no matter how high your armor is, you can still die from certain things, and it's not that way. Because it gets to a point where like nothing's really a threat to you anymore when you're like a 3-man that's just tier 6'd out. I did have fun though, like I had a Bitcoin miner in the game, which it would generate Bitcoin, and then you go to the black market and buy like crazy items. We farmed drugs in that game too. In the game, not in real life. Drugs aren't cool. We had a good time in that game. That's the way it should be, but DayZ is just... DayZ, the only thing that's updating is the community maps. Because the main dev, I think, was in jail for, like, embezzling. Which is nuts that, like, still that many people play the game. It's hard to like get into a server because there's so many people. Biggest thing in that game though that's most enjoyable is if I usually played solo, I got to play with one other person who's a mod in here. But like solo, if you build up a base and like you get like a helicopter, best thing in the world. I'll eventually play another wipe, but for now, WoW is... I'm going to hit rank 14, that's a goal. Which I think is 2 weeks away. I'm playing Mage right now, Eon. And it's like Palm Pyro, so it's just a one-shot combo. It is so much fun. I never did it before. They are... But if you don't get in good with a guild, you're not getting any loot. The reason why I did mage is because I could level solo and I'm pretty self-sufficient where I can generate a lot of gold. Warrior, you get to 60 and you're just broke. Mage, you get to 60 and you have a lot of gold. I didn't, because I know the pain and suffering of getting to 60. To die halfway in or level 40 or at the end, I would never want to play the game again. I would... It's a good way to never play the game again, I guess, if that's your goal. Well, hardcore, when you die, you lose your character. That's just not fun. I'm sorry. Like, I don't... No. And it's going good, Clyde. We got a lot of good cards today. Like, people say it's rewarding to get to 60, but, like, you're not safe when you hit 60. You could still lose your character. I would... And there's people that, like, re-level, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. This sucks. To do it once as a challenge is one thing, but, like, to continuously do it is nuts. Oh, dude, you spend... As a warrior, you said you hit level 30? That is no easy feat. It's difficult. And as a warrior, to not die while leveling is impossible. Not impossible, but extremely difficult. It's a very nice fighting hit. If I got to level 40 and then lost my character, I would never play the game again. I know exactly how my mind is. I would never play again. Well, let's get this God pack out of the way. Nice. Very nice Pokeball for fire. And trainer. He refused to play hardcore and he's played WoW for years. It's just... To do it once and then just to say you did it, okay. But like even then, it's not appealing to me. And people are truly like bad at the game. They just are. You get one random dude who's bad in a dungeon group, guess what? You lose your character. Not all the best players. It's become like a meme at this point because it's really funny to see someone lose all of their hard work. That's the reason why it's popular. That's what I'm doing this time around, Ian, because it's no easy feat to get to rank 14, but I've never done it, so I want to do it. And I'm already rank 12 tomorrow, and then I'll have to grind 500k honor one more time, and then 400 something honor. All for the one clip. It's like a week to like fully level a character, especially on hardcore, because you got to play safe. You can't do the most efficient leveling because if you do that, you're gonna die. That's the reason why the servers were getting DDoSed. The streamer guild was raiding on hardcore. They DDoSed the server. Everyone died. They all lost their character, and Blizzard had to roll back the servers because of it. But someone specifically DDoSed them during raid time so that they would lose all their characters. And even though they're offline on their screen, their character is still in the game and it's dying. If they're like on a boss. Another solid break. Alan, you scooped up a bunch of Pokeballs. That fighting energy. Oh, and you got some full art trainers too. Good break all around. Guys, thank you for an amazing start to this week. I'll be on the gaming channel tomorrow. Back here Wednesday. Not everything, but a good amount. Proportionate to the amount of spots. Exclamation Point Gaming is the gaming channel, if you haven't followed it yet. Aeon, it was a pleasure meeting you and talking with you. Always feel free to come hang out. Sounds good. I'm going to post up some breaks for Wednesday. But other than that, guys, have a good rest of your night. Love you. You're all beautiful.